And there it goes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BACKERPAUSE. We're joined by a great creator who I can't wait to talk to. We got the TikTok audience already showing up. So we're all across the globe, even on Twitter right now. But before we get to that, a real quick update on BACKERPAUSE. I was given a notification from YouTube on how to get royalty-free music, and so I don't have to break copyright laws anymore. That's because we've earned our 100th copyright violation. That's not something anyone wants to earn. So with that in mind, for the rest of the summer, we're going to try to not show videos anymore. Only the guests coming on will have their videos shown, which is a huge change for BACKERPAUSE right now. And that's okay. We're always adapting. We're always moving. The average person is now not watching Kickstarter videos according to all the stuff we're hearing and seeing as much as they once did. But we're going to talk about every campaign. We're going to let you see everything we can, and we're going to meet this great creator. So without waiting any further, I'm going to introduce you to DJ.
Hi, everybody. My name is DJ Kiawikane. I'm an artist and creator from Hilo, Hawaii. I've been doing independent comics for about 18 years. I started off as a web comic artist on this project called Spy 16, and now I'm on Kickstarter with my self-published book that I've been doing here in Hawaii for probably the last, I would say, 8 years, since 2014. It's called EXILLION, Creed of the Knightenhawke. It's a 30-page full-color sword and sorcery fantasy comic. It's the coming-of-age tale of the hero of EXILLION, whose name is Ambrose, and he's a young, dashing rogue who lives his life on the edge with his two friends, has no cares in the world, and then he suddenly finds out that he has these mysterious powers that start manifesting, and then he has to make a choice because the world around him comes crashing down when the orcs of the Reach start attacking his land, and he has a choice to make. Is he going to keep on doing his shenanigans with his friends, or is he going to join the Knightenhawke and defend the land? So I've been working on it for about 8 years. Probably longer. I got 5 issues completely finished, and it's a 6-issue mini series. I'm working on issue 6 right now, and I just want to expand out my audience, and so I put it on Kickstarter so I can just grow out my audience. And I just want to just do one issue at a time and just develop trust with the audience and just develop relationships and friendships with the people in the Kickstarter community and whatever other communities is out there. So yeah, I mean, you can play my video, I guess.
Sounds like a fantastic journey. Let's go on and let's check out the only video for the evening.
Hi, my name is DJ Kiawikane, artist, writer, and creator from Hilo, Hawaii. I've been doing independent comics for 18 years. I started off as a webcomic artist on this project called Spy 16. You might have seen my work online or from work I've done here in Hawaii, like Amakura Guardians of Hawaii or Big Dog Inc.'s Island Tales. Most recently on Monocomics' Young Kamehameha One Shot. After years of trying to land gigs at Marvel and DC and submitting pitches to Image, Boom, and Dark Horse, I got tired of sending in submissions and decided if I was going to draw comics, I might as well do the comics that I wanted to do and tell the stories that I want to tell and draw the kind of stories that interest me. So I'm here now at Kickstarter to bring you EXILLION, Creed of the Knightenhawke, Issue 1, a 30-page full-color sword and sorcery fantasy comic. It's the coming-of-age story of Ambrose, the hero of EXILLION, and how he came to be. At its core, EXILLION is a story about heroism, brotherhood, tragedy, overcoming loss, and becoming a hero. It's high-octane action with good characters, some drama, some humor, and a lot of heart. I've been selling this series here in Hawaii at conventions and have 5 issues completely done. But now I want to bring EXILLION to a new audience and continue building up my fan base. Check out the reward tiers. I kept everything simple since this is my first time at Kickstarter. And thank you all for your support.
First off, I love the art. I love that it's out of Hawaii. And I'm going to come onto the screen with you while we talk. The one question I want to ask before we jump into anything else, when we talk about anything else, how do you handle printing? Like, is that something that you're doing from Hawaii, or because I know there's a huge like shipping cost for everything for you? So how do you deal with that, and how is that going to affect this campaign?
Well, actually, the shipping costs actually, yeah, it used to be a huge problem, but because the U.S. Postal Service, the flat rate stuff, so basically, shipping to Hawaii is not the nightmare that it used to be. It can be on certain issues, like heavy stuff, but comics is not that heavy. So I mean, and I haven't had a large print run yet. So I've only done print on demand stuff. You know what I mean? So I've only done like small orders, like 100 or 200. You know, like so when I would order would just be small orders. So it wasn't. I never did offset yet. You know, so it's not it's the same as every place else, you know, because Hawaii is part of the United States, but certain like the heavy items, those you got to pay extra for.
And I gotta say it, like that image instantly reminds me of Lionel, like from Thundercats. Instantly, I was like, I'm in. If I haven't backed it yet, I'm gonna back it. I'm sometimes off whether I back things or not because I'm always dealing with something. But right around the end, if I haven't already, you'll see me just for that. Just the fact that you touched that childhood memory, I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I'm in.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a huge like Saturday morning cartoon like fan. Like I wrote them in the media kit, but my bio I just I grew up like loving all of the cartoons, like, you know, Thundercats, Silverhawks, Transformers, G.I. Joe, all of that stuff. And so I was a kid that was always drawing in school. So the teachers would come by and they would think that I'll be doing my work on the worksheets, and I would flip the worksheets over and just be drawing in the back of the sheet. So I would always get in trouble. In fact, when my mom used to ground me, she used to say, "Oh, you cannot draw for like a week."
And there you'd be drawing, hiding the art, right?
Yeah.
All right. So two things I want to bring up is that there's still problems with paper. Paper is still a real shortage. As a matter of fact, for those who didn't hear, some people trying to do elections right now are running into problems. That's right. States trying to do primaries couldn't get enough ballots made. This is not something creators are lying about. This is something that's greatly affecting them. Another issue that we've noticed and is still taking place is that for some reason, the preview pictures for Kickstarters have been knocked off on both Twitter and on Facebook. We're noticing an outage problem. We don't know how far this will go, but just be aware to constantly be checking on your stuff to make sure. Corey De La Guardia here, he doesn't have an image, but we got it for him, and he's on Kickstarter right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at his project. We're going to jump over to the page, and me and DJ we're gonna look at it. We're going to talk about what we see, and then we're going to talk more about Hawaii. So let's check this as soon as it loads. Of course, it's not loading. Here we go. So here we go. Brothers and Sisters is the title, and this is the pitch line. A blended family of brothers and sisters reunite just in time to cross paths with an alien spaceship and the mob. So for me, and by the way, the format's going to also be me being more involved. I'm not just going to play the host anymore. I'm going to start off with what I see, and then we'll talk about it. Brothers and Sisters doesn't tell me a lot. If that's your title, you have to give a chapter title. Give me something. It all begins, brothers and sisters, the sibling fight. Give me something there. Give me a little meat on that.
That's it.
Good job, buddy. Jax is doing his summer homework. You'll have to excuse this. A blended family of brothers and sisters reunite just in time to cross paths with an alien spaceship and the mob. there's something there. I don't know, DJ. It's interesting, but I don't think it's a worked out pitch. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, brothers and sisters makes it sound like like a slice of life kind of thing, and then it says a blended family of brothers and sisters reunite just in time to cross paths with an alien spaceship and a mob. And then there's a picture of a lizard and a robot in the back and a girl in the back. And so it's like, it's a lot of mixed signals. Like, what is it,
Yeah, and I think right here we get a little more of the what would probably be the family, but the
Mm,
mob being in there, it just I think and he doesn't have a lot on the Kickstarter. That's the problem too. We
right.
don't have. He has a looks like a an actual maybe TikTok video here because it's sideways. But you
Mm,
can't always count on someone hitting those play buttons if you're not
right.
giving them
Right.
enough. The one thing I'll say here, and DJ, when we look into your profile, I believe you have the. And we'll take a quick look. As a matter of fact, while we're talking about here, it is. You have lettered pages, like you're
Right.
showing it's already going on. You're showing off that you're serious about this. Lettering looks good. See, this is a vote of confidence. This makes me feel like you know what you're doing. You're serious about it. And I'll be honest, I see this and
Right.
I kind of get concerned. Has the book
Right.
started? Is this an idea? And I know a lot of people might just be like, well, I don't feel like this is organized. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, like, how much is he asking for?
We unfortunately are struggling. He's asking for almost $5,000 and he's only raised 700 and there's only 20 hours to go. Now, I do suggest everyone back him for at least $1 who's watching the show tonight. And there's a reason I want you to do that. He's going to have to relaunch this. Give him that opportunity. Cheer him on. Let him know that you think he should try again. And hopefully he watches the show. I've offered him help already, and I hope he takes up on it. And we could hopefully, there's something here.
Yeah.
There's something here.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
something.
That's the reason why I kept my goals low, is because I wanted to make sure I hit, and it wasn't, and it's all done, but I mean,
And you did hit.
yeah, I hit, yeah, so I hit the goal in 3 days, but for his one, he's asking for like, he's not giving us a lot for what he's asking for, if you ask me. It's a black and white image. I don't know who's the art. Is he the artist?
Really quickly, it's hard to actually know. And the
Yeah.
person who's creating it has created 5 others. He calls himself creator and radio host, love of all things nerdy and pop culture. We'll probably talk much about the things you might find in my utility belt. So it's clever. There's clever here. And I
Right.
really do think that it's just, you need some images. Like you said,
Yeah.
put some color. This
Yeah.
needs to be a color image because
Yeah.
it could be a pop off. But we also got
Especially
to,
because he has color images to scroll up. Yeah, right there.
yeah,
So you have color images there, and then a black and white image as the Kickstarter image. You know what I mean? Like that that image right there, that should be your best piece of art right there. I took a long time just to get my image done, because I went through a bunch of different images, because before anything else, they're gonna see that image and they're gonna say, maybe I'll come back to it. Or like you said, oh, that reminds me of Lionel. So I'm gonna click. And once you get that click, now if they hit the play button, okay, now the chances of you actually getting a backer is, it goes up. But if they don't, then you got that page where you scroll down. When that's what I usually do, because I'm usually on my phone looking at Kickstarter on the Kickstarter app. And so I won't play the video if I'm with my family, or if I'm in if there's people around me. I'll just go straight down to the page. And then, so what I'm looking for in the page is, the comic itself. You know what I mean? The pages. I mean, at least you can have. I mean, if you're looking for almost $5,000, you should have, at least invest some money and get 5 pages done, and then put that on the page. You know what I mean?
even two, just to have
Yeah,
two
just
to show.
something.
And your pitch, by the way, for those who don't know, is a fast-paced fantasy filled with sword, sorcery, epic storytelling, and drama. The only thing I would say right here is if you could fit it with heart pounding instead of the extra and. I would just change this with heart pounding action, but a great pitch right there. And I stress this to everyone. That is your pitch, because 90% of the people aren't watching videos right now. They're going to, like DJ just said, they're going to read your title, and that's the first moment of backer pause. The second thing is, or even sometimes the first is the image. Like you said, if you can nail it on the image, that's it. Right there, you've won. I want to be part of this. But if you can't get that image, then that's a problem, because you're missing it. So then your title. But if you can put a good image, like you said, nostalgia right here, then get me the title. I might not know what the title is. Sometimes titles are problems. Hold on, baby. And a fast-paced fantasy comic with swords, sorcery, and drama with heart-pounding action, like I said, I think that would be awesome. The only thing I would change is the width. So I think you nailed it. And like you said, you were watching, you were looking, you were seeing what other people were doing. So I want to show you someone right now who is just a friend of mine, and I'm a huge fan of his. Check out this tart thing. This tart thing is seriously like next level. And this, again, 50 hours to go. It's a project we love. 16,000 in the bank, 13 to raise, 283 backers. Check this out. Here, I'm going to give you the name. Tart Submerged Hardcover Collection. Again, it doesn't invite a new reader, so you have to be a fan. You don't necessarily know, but then, again, collecting the submerged arc of Tart in an elegant hardcover fit your home library. And I told him this when he was on the show. It doesn't invite anyone, but then look at that image. It's like you don't need to invite anyone when you have the right image, do you?
Yeah.
And then you look at some of this artwork. Because, again, when they start to scroll, like DJ said, what are you showing them? Because if you can catch any interest, and even if you've given them a little backer pause, but they have a little, like, I want to see what's going on, you know they're going to want to see this. Look at this. Like right there. Like, I mean, this will take you in. Just like we look at your story. Look at this. That cover in itself, that'll sell a book. Being at a Comic-Con, I can tell you right now, that will sell books. And you said you do Comic-Cons. What are Comic-Cons like in Hawaii, actually? I wanted to ask you about that.
I like it because we have a little community here across the islands, and so we're all kind of friends, you know. I mean, I think it's like that everywhere, you know. You kind of just meet everybody and you kind of learn who everybody is, and then, you know, so you end up going to the same shows, you know. Right now, because of COVID and all of that, it's all shut down. But before COVID shut everything down, the cons were in full swing. But like Jimmy J, he brought his amazing Comic-Con down to Honolulu and did the amazing Comic-Con Aloha, and then, you know, so, you know, that's if you've been to any of the amazing shows, it's the same show, you know. So it's just that was my favorite show, because that was the only big show that we would have here. We have smaller shows here, so I mean, it's pretty good, but like it's not Hawaii is so small and isolated, so it's not like we have a lot of shows anyway. But the shows we have are small and intimate, and you can really get to meet the fans, and, you know, everybody becomes like really tight. Plus it's Hawaii, so people are you know, just friendlier, you know what I mean? And so yeah, we kind of built up that fan community here in Hawaii, and so yeah, I really enjoy it, actually.
I'm amazed by it. I would love to come out to Hawaii and do a show one day, because that just sounds beautiful. Mary Dumas gives us, we are the lucky one, or not we're the lucky ones, but the lucky ones, a World War II combat engineer comic. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Our new comic book is a World War II story. So saying new right there tells me that there's nothing else I have to read. That's a good hit, because right there she's telling you this is the beginning. It is reminiscent of the film The Dirty Dozen with an LGBTQ twist. This is the first issue of 8. Again, establishing this isn't going to be a long-term commitment and telling me what I want. I love Dirty Dozen. This does it for me right here and there. What do you think? No video for this one.
Yeah, that's good, because she has the image of the soldiers, and she says the lucky ones. So that immediately for me, that is like, okay, these are the lucky ones. Now the next question is, why are they lucky? And so now that's going to make me read, you know, everything else to find that out, you know, because when you think about soldiers, you think about sacrifice, and you think about, you know, dying, you know, all the things that a soldier has to go through. And with that image with the lucky ones, boom, that's a quick draw for me. So yeah, that's great.
And again, she doesn't use a ton of imagery, but she shows us the art style. We get what it's going to look like, and we see it's being lettered. This invites us into something. We understand it's new, so there might not be a lot made yet. They're in the middle of the process, but this is what you want to see. You want to see that they've already started and have committed. I would suggest to Mary to add, as she went through the campaign, if anything new popped up, even adding in videos and interview links that you've done when you're dealing with the first issue, because the first issue can be tricky because you don't have anything else to rely on. You're selling something brand new. There is no other art. But speaking of art, do you have any comments about this that you wanted to go before we switch back real quick?
You can keep going.
I want to talk about you being the creator and the artist. I'm assuming you're the writer of this as well.
No, I was I'm the of EXILLION, yes, but of all of this other stuff, I was just the artist for those.
Oh no, I meant your book. I'm sorry, we didn't.
Yeah, of EXILLION, Creed of the Knightenhawke, I wrote and drew, but the colors was done by that image was done by my friend Wayne Lowe, and then the interior colors is done by Tom Bacon, and I colored that screen image though.
This looks. But the art is outstanding. I love a creator and secretly hate you because you can do it all by yourself. If I could just stay home and make comics, I don't think you'd ever see me outside again. I'd be like the guy with the long nails, I'd look like Johnny Depp. I'd only be out on weekends.
Yeah.
And seriously, this is really, who's your letterer?
Kel Nuttall. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Noodle.
I'm the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I will pronounce things wrong all day, my friend.
Yeah.
But the lettering's solid. Like, this is a book I want to own. And I love seeing books like that. Very, very exciting. So here we go. Drew Ford gives us Roach Mill, Volume 1. I don't understand what Volume 1 means. I guess there's other issues. And then it goes on to say the first 6 issues of Roach Mill with 6 variants plus a collection. That doesn't give me a lot. Does it give you a lot?
No, it doesn't give me a lot, but that image of the guy with the 4 arms and the roach mill, that's like, yeah.
But then look at all this. Like when we go deeper,
exactly.
There's so much here. Like he has a really good. Just imagine the exterminators of the future.
That should be at the top. If I was doing that, I would put that cover where that would be at the very top of the image. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the exterminators of the future aren't just exterminating rodents anymore. Because literally at one point he says that there was a line here. Need an exterminator need an exterminator to handle those rats, pesky roaches, ruining your sleep. Maybe grandma's getting on your nerves. Right there, that would sell so many comics if he just moved this. And I mean, he had 100 backers and made $6,000. Who am I to talk? But
right, yeah.
I think he could have made more. I think that, and like you said, there's interest here, but this is messy. This doesn't do it it's alive, just funded on Kickstarter.
It's a lot of image. There's a lot of text on the image for me, anyways. Yeah.
Now this one right here, Wes Hartman.
Yeah.
Savage Sasquatch. This hits it on all the boards.
Yeah.
Here we go. Savage Sasquatch, Volume 1, 150-page sci-fi adventure. Bigfoot is lost in space. Enjoy his humorous and sensational adventures of aliens, betrayals, spaceships, empires, and arm wrestling. I mean, that's it there.
I'm gonna back that.
Yeah, I mean, this is it, right? Like you see this, and you're like, I need to own this. This is again one of those books that you want part of it. It's beautiful, stunning, and you're noticing a trend here. Every time someone's got it together, their pitches are together. You know, Roach Mill was a miss, but like there's potential in the imagery. I mean, the wording of the actual campaign, I was very impressed with it. We're down to our last 5 minutes, so I'm just going to talk about all the other campaigns that we have on. There's an Alien in My Toilet is going to June 30th. We'll be talking about that more next week. John Scooter Robinson has Scorpio, which we'll talk about more. Tap Studs, the latest project from Sticky Graphic Novels, the premier publisher of wordless, gay, character-based, sex-positive graphic novels, will be on the show. On our next adventure, we'll be sure to look at that. Of course, DJ's hopefully gonna make $1 million on Kickstarter. This is gonna be my new favorite cartoon I get to watch on Cartoon Network. They lost Family Guy. They need it. And Wendy Gale will be on a new program. We haven't figured out the name. I think it's going to be 7 minutes with the creator. Boy, I like that. Someone write that down. 7 minutes with the creator. And I'm going to try to get DJ to do that with me too, where we take 7 minutes and we just explore very quickly an idea and go with it for 7 minutes. And of course, for DJ, it would be, why did he create a comic and where does it take place? Something like that. Like, he's in Hawaii. What does he think? With Wendy, it's going to be like, this is your first Kickstarter. Tell us the adventure you've been on. And we'll try to do that. Coming soon to Kickstarter, The Expanse will launch next Monday. That's the expanded stories from the original Continuum Presents Comics have grown. We're introducing a new one, and there's going to be a bonus story once we hit our goal. Coming soon, Miss Vengeance, The Broken Pavement. We're having the Scarlet Huntress and the Reckoning. You can find all this on BackerPause.com. We even have a Twitter page. DJ, take us home. Tell us about your campaign. Tonight's about you. Tell us why we all should be backing this. You got 3 minutes. Go for it.
All right. Just help me out. Help me out. I'm just a fellow creator that's been doing this for a long time, and as creatives, I think we all know the struggles. We all. It's not just the creating part; it's the life part. It's balancing out the whole. The finances part, it's the family, it's the things you gotta sacrifice to get these books done, to go on the road and go do those shows and all of that. And so I understand the struggles, and if it's something that you feel like you could enjoy it, and please, by all means, go and support, because we all know that the Kickstarters and the crowdfunding is kind of where everything is kind of leading to. Before it was trying to get your books into Image or Dark Horse, and you're trying to get that recognition that way. But there's so much good stuff out there right now, and I understand it's just another book, but when you see that these creators, and they put the passion, they put all the their hearts in these projects, then it's something worth picking up, and it's you go along the journey with that person, and it's not just buy my book. It's like you become like a part of that journey too. And so if you guys can appreciate a good story with a good backstory and all of that stuff, and I got some cool rewards too. I got trading cards, it's got some variant covers, pogs. I don't know if you guys remember what pogs are, but there's also drawing tiers where I'll do like sketch covers, or I'll even do a 11x17 full drawing if you back it at that tier. So yeah, please check out EXILLION Creed of the Knightenhawke, my baby. This is my baby that I'm working on.
And where can they find you on social media in our last minute?
On social media, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at First Watch Studios. Also on Facebook, First Watch Studios, or you can find me at DJ Chiavikani at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
I want to thank DJ for his time this evening. Go out, make sure that you're looking at this. You can find everything you've seen on the show tonight at BackerPause.com. You can find this video on the YouTube. It's been on Twitter. It's going to be across Facebook. Join us on TikTok at Comic Book Advocates, and make sure that you make DJ make $1 million, because DJ's got a great book here. I want everyone to celebrate in it. And Thundercats, ho! That's all I gotta say. Thank you for being with us tonight. We'll see you next week. Join us throughout the summer for the series. Again, we're only going to be 30 minutes, so this is it for us tonight. We'll see you next week on Backer Pause.
On Backer Pause.